Hey guys, what's up? Long time no see. I hope you've been well. To tell you the truth, I haven't. This is probably the most vulnerable video that I will ever make in my life. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, and I feel like this is the time to come back to YouTube and create content, but not for what you think. Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 26, January 31st, 2025. And honestly, this has been going on since probably around when I turned 25, and probably it was leading up to it even beforehand. But I just haven't been doing well mentally, physically, really in every avenue of life. But I'd say the biggest one would have to be mentally. Probably ever since COVID hit, I feel like my life has been on the decline, and I feel like it's time to do something about it. And doing this YouTube again is going to help with that because it's going to give me accountability and help me find my purpose in life. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with that nowadays with social media and AI and just the whole Gen Z in general. And so I want to kind of do a road to finding a purpose in life kind of series. And I want to do a lot of journaling along the way. And these will be kind of my main videos where I kind of talk to you guys, talk to myself, reflect about the day. I know a lot of people do journaling when they write, but I'm not good at that. I don't like writing, and it's not something that like motivates me to do, although I want to do it. I used to actually go on walks and record myself speaking to myself and kind of reflecting about the day. That was much better for myself, but it still isn't enough. And I feel like having accountability and also helping people along the way might be the solution, I guess. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of improvising here. I'm going along the way. I'm not overthinking it anymore. I used to be such a perfectionist and like work so hard on videos and have to make sure they're perfect and this and that. And I feel like that honestly hinders you so much in life, especially in the creative space where nothing can ever be quote unquote perfect, you know? Really, my goal with this is split into two things, for myself and then for the greater good. For myself, I just want to be happy living again. I know it sounds very depressing, but like I've kind of lost the purpose to even live. I'm not saying I've ever considered or wanted to kill myself, but I've gotten to a point where I'm not even happy with who I am. For example, I haven't exercised in a long time. I've been traveling a lot, which doesn't help, but I've just been neglecting it and it's not good. I'm in the worst shape of my life. As you can see, I've used this smart weight system to weigh myself, and there's a bunch of like other interesting information that they put in the app. I can't look at it because I'm using my phone to record, but I'll just put it on the screen. You can see the different categories and stuff that they are like tracking, and this is really cool. I'm like starting sort of like a fitness journey, if you will. I want to be healthier. I do want to get that six pack or even eight pack, and it's something that I've been neglecting for a long time. And honestly, even when I was exercising, I was kind of like half-assing it, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I want to take better care of that, and that's for myself. But I hope that it can also motivate and help others along the way start their journey as well. And there's other aspects that I guess we'll get into in some other time, like financially, growing my business, my agency, other avenues that I'm exploring, how to make money online. That's the main kind of goal for me. I've always loved making money online, and I feel like I've kind of given up on that in a way, or just not put the time and effort that, and just like, just in general, being less lazy and being more productive. And look, everything in the end is supposed to lead to kind of finding my purpose and meaning in life, and something that I want to live for and do for the greater good. And it's something that I've been struggling a lot with. And I hope that this journey that I'm documenting for the public eye won't only help myself, like that's obviously amazing if it will, but hopefully help a lot of other people. That's really the goal here. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not a professional. Obviously, I'm, stuck like everybody else. I'm lost. And I feel like that's kind of the beauty of this series. This is more for people that are kind of going through the same thing. Maybe not for someone that already, got it figured out, because I definitely am not there. And it's not for people seeking, experienced advice on this kind of stuff, because I don't have it. I really don't. But what I do know I have is the skill set to get to that point. I do have the intelligence. I do have the ambition, and I do want and need. Honestly, I need, but I also want to make that change. And it's so hard to make change in life. I've been living like that for like 7 years, give or take, maybe five. And it just gotten me to a point where I'm not happy with myself. I'm not happy where I am in life. And I want to make a lot of changes, and I want to document along the way. And some of it is going to be vulnerable. Some of it is going to be very private stuff, and I don't know how much I'm going to share, but I'm going to start going to a therapist soon. I don't know how much I'll share about that, for example, but that's something that I feel like is very healthy for a lot of people, even if you don't deal with like some insane trauma in your life, childhood trauma or anything like that, which I don't believe I have. You know, I was high the other day on my birthday, and I have a lot of like self discovery, if you will. Like I had these crazy dreams, and I was really thinking to myself, like, and reflecting, and I was like, man, I'm like self destructing. I'm like self sabotaging myself with other people. And that's something I got from my mom. And there's a lot of like therapy stuff that we can go. But my goal is to also make it entertaining, and I don't want to make it long and boring and like just me talking in front of the camera. I want to like, in the premise of it, journal my day and my life, and hopefully you guys will follow through my footstep. And even if you do it and you don't want to share it with everybody else, you can film yourself, you can talk to yourself, and you can upload it like privately to YouTube or anywhere else you might want. And I feel like it's great because you can then like track your progress as well. You can go back to the start and be like, man, I'm a changed man. Look how much I've lost weight or gained muscle, or how much more I'm happier or successful or in the relationship that I want, and so on and so forth. I really think that not everybody is good and want to journal with writing or anything else. And I feel like this is something that I don't know that has been done before. I've never seen someone do this. And I'm always the one, I like doing stuff that nobody has done before. And I see that there's so many like positives to doing this. And it really outweighs the negatives, which is like me sharing a lot of private stuff to the internet, and also, you know, some time commitment for filming, editing, and so on. But I'm willing to take that commitment because I really think that it won't just help me, which I really need the help, but a lot of other people who are struggling around the world. I want you and me to celebrate your birthday and not think to yourself like, man, what's the point? Or I'm not happy with where I am, or so many like different negative emotions, you know? This sounds very fucking depressing. It's not like I'm saying, oh, yesterday, you know, I went to a fancy restaurant with my family and my sister and her boyfriend, and we had an amazing dinner. It was really luxury. It was really like amazing. Obviously, my parents paid for it, and I'm really grateful for that, and got to experience eating caviar for the first time and all these amazing things. And I'm not saying like, oh, I wasn't happy or I didn't feel like I deserve it. But there's this sense of like emptiness and negativity that's always around me recently. Like the more and more I get older, the more it gets there. And I'm not necessarily saying it's regret or resentment or anything like this, but yeah, I do have some regret. I feel like everybody in life should and will have regret. It's not something that you can just like get rid of. And for me, it was from my childhood or when I was younger. You know, I count myself as 19 as someone who is very young. So obviously, you're going to make mistakes along the way. You're going to have regret. I have regret from like a year ago. I have regret from like a month ago. It is what it is. Like you do things and you learn from them. And this is part of why I want to do this journey, because it gives a platform to reflect on things on a daily basis. There is so much that I want to share with you guys, and so much that I need to work on myself, that I don't even know if a year will be enough to fix everything, but I'm really excited and eager to start this journey. And hopefully, in a year from now, we can look back and be like, man, like it only took a year, and look, like my whole life changed. Obviously, the longer you kind of neglect this and take to do this, I feel like the longer it will take to fix things. And I've gotten to a point where it's not gonna be done overnight or within a month. I'm gonna need to do a lot of hard work, probably for the whole year, to get rid of most of the things I'm struggling with. But that's okay. I'm embracing the journey for once, and I'm not doing stuff to do them or don't have a purpose, or I don't know why I'm doing something or half-assing it. I think you get the idea. I don't want to make this video too long. This is sort of the beginning to the road to finding a purpose. I guess name to be decided. I don't know what I'm going to call this series. It's sort of like a combination of daily vlogging, but also more meaningful, like journaling slash reflection, and trying to help people along the way who are struggling with things that I'm struggling with, and also help myself. I mean, down the line, maybe I want to make a podcast out of it and also bring people in different avenues of life who are, you know, struggled with this or have answers to these kind of problems. But we're going to start it slow. I have this great sense of ambition to do a lot of projects at once, and overwhelm myself, and then I don't get anything done. So I'm going to start slow, and see how it goes. I don't even care if, like, I do this for a year and I get 1,000 views a video. Really, it's not the point. In the past, I used to do social media and really want to get 1 million views, be successful, make money out of it. And I feel like that's a very bad intention of doing something, and why I've been neglecting YouTube for such a long time, because I've been like scared of failing and scared of like overwhelming myself, and that's something else I need to work on within myself. But I'm just starting out, I'm improvising, I didn't write a script. I'm not saying I'm going to half-ass it and not put time and effort into this, but this requires more, genuine, authentic content. I don't have to create like the same kind of editing that I did for Jake Paul vlogs that are like were intended for like entertainment purposes only for kids. This, I want this to be entertaining for sure, but I also want this to be educational for people and for myself, and just bring value besides just entertainment, which I think today's age lacks, because there's so much entertainment out there that's very hard to like focus on valuable stuff that actually gives you value in life. I just realized this setup looks like I'm fucking like a hostage in like some country or something. It looks weird, it looks depressing, but we'll work on it. Trust me, we'll get better. Look, the main reason why I'm doing this is because I know I can. I know I can live the life that I want and be successful and be happy in life. And I know that you can as well. It's just that, there are distractions along the way, and there's a lot of stuff that demotivate you and put you on the wrong path. And I'm here to like make sure this doesn't happen, because you don't want to look back and be like, fuck me. I wish I've done things different. I wish I've done things better. I wish I didn't half-ass things or multitask, didn't take that big risk, but that big leap of faith, or make the change that I wanted. One of my favorite songs in life by my favorite artist called NF is called Change, and how he's been like scared of taking change in order to live a happy life. And I feel like this is where I'm at, and I need it. I'm ready to make the change, and I hope you are as well, because this is the journey that I'm going to take you on. And, hopefully you are willing and want to take that journey with me. Maybe you are past that journey. Maybe you haven't even began the journey, because only last year, which was the hardest of my life, when I turned 25, did I realize like, man, I need to make changes, and this will help me get accountability and also help you guys along the way. So I hope you guys are excited to take that journey with me. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I know that we can do it together. I know as cheesy as it sounds, but like seriously, if you are on the same spot as I am, please subscribe, like the video, maybe leave a comment. I want to build a community of like-minded people that are struggling with this and want to help each other. And yeah, that's basically it. I need to run to the gym because they have this special offer that ends in 30 minutes, and it's a 15-minute walk. I better go get a membership and start working on my photos. See, it's crazy. Like the old me would have been stressed that I only have like 20 minutes to film this, because I have to go to the gym before it closes. And I would have just like completely wouldn't even film this. Like I would have just like procrastinated and been a perfectionist. And because, I'm on a time crunch and this and that. And like, no, it doesn't have to be like that, Just fucking do it. That's what it is. So I'm trying to follow that mantra more, and not procrastinate or neglect things, because trust me, it won't do you any good. And it's gotten me a lot of bad habits that have made me very unorganized and very unhappy with my life. So that's the only thing I'm going to say. Jesus Christ. I honestly, you want to know why the real reason is why I'm doing this is because I love to fucking yap nonstop. But this is not the point of the channel. So I promise you, I'm not going to try and yap too much and fucking bore the shit out of you. This is something I promise you. Okay. Can we shake on it? Thank you. All right. But back to the subject. I'm excited for the journey. I hope you are as well. And let's get started. Let me do this one more time and then we gotta go. Okay.